Hey there, Hammer fam. Welcome back to HammeredHead. Let's look at some feminist history. In the Star Wars original trilogy, other than Princess Leia, each movie has only one other human woman character with a speaking role. In A New Hope, it's Aunt Beru. In Return of the Jedi, it's Mon Mothma. And in Empire Strikes Back, with by far the smallest of those roles, it's Toryn Farr, the rebel communications officer that controls the ion cannon.
Stand by, ion control. Fire.
So today we're looking at the Black Series Toryn Farr action figure. This is the only version of Toryn Farr that has ever been made, so I'm pretty lucky to get my hands on it. And I've always really liked this scene. I think the dialogue, visuals, and music, they all come together for that quick 30-second segment that everything's happening in. So really excited to look at this figure and add it to the Hoth setup. I do apologize, the bubble kind of fell off the card back here. But the card back looks nice. I usually don't like Black Series, but this setup is a lot better than the normal boxes that they've had in more recent years. But she looks pretty good in there. Looks like the figure is well done. Good outfit. She does come with a headset, so you can recreate that iconic scene. And then a sort of pencil drawing on the back here. Looks very nice. Number 23, Toryn Farr. This Rebel Alliance Chief Communications Officer remains at her post until the final evacuation from Hoth, relaying attack commands to Rebel forces. Pretty sweet. Let's get her out of there and take a look. And there she is. I think I got the headphones on the right way, but either direction you face them, they fit perfectly fine. The blaster is a little bit annoying to get into her hand just because her grip is a little bit small, but it's not too bad, and the finger does fit in the trigger well very nicely. And she does stand up well on her own, which is always great. Getting a closer look, she is very finely detailed. The sculpt has plenty of crinkles in the uniform. I think the vest is very nicely done. You can see it really does look like a jacket, the way it's sewn. The rank badge looks good. The face sculpt kind of looks like her. I don't think it's too bad. Same with the hair. But yeah, the jacket still has the same pattern all the way around, which looks nice. This is kind of annoying, the giant number they carved into her leg. But other than that, I think the overall Rebel uniform looks decent. And the boots are sculpted well. Not super exciting on the paint job, but they do stand out from her pants and shirt, which looks nice. So overall appearance-wise, I think this is pretty much the best we could ask for a Toryn Farr. Alright, so looking at the accessories, they're pretty decent. The headset is kind of basic, but definitely unique to the figure and the character. It doesn't look like there's a specific left or right side or anything, so just throw that on the head. Then we get a pretty standard Rebel blaster. I actually really like the mold on this one, but the paint could use a little bit more work because it's all just kind of black. There's no silver or gunmetal or anything on it. And it is a little bit thin. But appearance-wise, I think the sculpt is pretty good. And the vest does come off, so you could swap that onto another character if you wanted, or just leave it off if she's in the lounge. But the figure's kind of boring with it off. There's nothing really cool going on the back of her outfit or anything. Another good thing about the sculpt is that her left hand is kind of made to look like it is typing on a data pad or something. It looks a little goofy when she's just standing around, but if you pose her with a data terminal or command station or something, you can reenact that scene from the movie. Stand by, ion control. Fire. The first transport is away. The first transport is away. Woo! Articulation is good. She's got ball joint head, which is a little bit restricted by the back of her jacket, but if you take the jacket off, obviously, you can move her head a little bit better. Ball joint shoulders with a great range of motion. Ball elbows, which go about 90. Then swivel wrists, swivel waist and hips. and ball joint knees. Nothing in the ankles, but she does have a good enough range of motion that she can sit down and actually be in sort of like the command center, controlling the ion cannon. So she does do like the one pose she actually does in the movie, which is good. There you go, Toryn Farr. I would 100% recommend getting this figure. For starters, I can say with a pretty high degree of certainty that they are never going to make this character again. So this really is the only version of it that we're going to get. However, it also just has a very good sculpt, great paint applications. The articulation is everything we would need for this character. So all in all, I think it's a pretty good Toryn Farr to add to your Echo Base collection. Like I said, I always loved this scene, so I'm pretty happy to be able to build it out and start getting all the characters and figures that appeared in it. But also, there's some feminist significance to her, being that she's one of 4 women in the entire galaxy. So if you're into women's history or feminism, I'd say pick her up. That's a good sell. But if you don't care about any of that, she is just a good rebel officer in general. We got tons of Imperial officers, not so many rebel officers. So just if you're building up a rebel army, she's also a good addition for that. But I'll leave a link, an affiliate Amazon link in the description if you want to check her out and support the channel. But let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you to my Patreon subscribers. Don't forget to follow on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Check out the Patreon page, and don't forget, stay hammered.